The Latinx Teachers Fellowship will definitely give me an opportunity to serve my Latinx students and their families by giving me an opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals that are fighting for equity, justice, and leveraging the playing field. The school in which I currently am serving is called Morton East High School in Cicero, Illinois, just outside of the city of Chicago by about a mile west. We are a Title I funded school because over 90% of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch, and they're either sitting or are below the poverty line. And so the way that we measure academic achievement is through those standardized tests, extracurriculars, their command of the English language, so English proficiency. And those are the main ways in which we are able to measure student growth. We have a high number of undocumented students and families in the building, and so there are a lot of barriers that our students need to overcome. Only 7.6% district-wide qualify as gifted students. However, we are at an 85% graduation rate according to the recent report card from ISB, and we have accomplished a vast improvement from being a targeted school to a commendable school within the last 5 years. And I am extremely proud of our teacher retention rate at about 91% for our district. But what I would like to see change is the representation of teachers of color. If we are in a predominantly Latinx school with well over 90% of Latino cultures represented in this building, we are still underrepresented as Latinx teachers of color. And I find it my personal mission and social responsibility to be part of that change. In nearly all U.S. school districts, students of color outspace teachers of color. I want to be part of that solution. My Latinx identity has completely shaped and changed my paradigm and philosophy of teaching. Prior to teaching in my home district, I was a high school English teacher at a second chance charter within the city of Chicago. I did my first 5 years of teaching in a very gang-infested, poverty-stricken environment. And these kids were either expelled or dropped out of the Chicago public school system. And the last chance that they had to get their high school diploma was in our charter schools. And so coming from that background, as a Latinx, from a single parent home who had to work super hard to get where I'm at today, I want to be able to create those same pathways and motivate my students along the way. Ultimately, if I could just share my heart, I really just want to get into the room. I want to get into the room with like-minded individuals, with powerful stakeholders that are already doing the work. And I want to be part of that collective conversation. I want to be part of that national dialogue, because what I have seen, not too many educators have experienced. From bearing students as a result of gang and gun violence, from visiting them in the ICU with bullet holes in their skin, from raising money for their dead loved ones' funerals who were shot down in abandoned buildings because of a drug exchange gone bad, from helping single moms with 2-3 children living in very broken down basement apartments or sleeping in the park graduate high school. These are some of the experiences that I have gone through with my students. And I have seen way too many disparities and injustices to be able to remain silent and just bow my head and do my job and go home. That is not my narrative. My narrative. I leave you with the words of Cesar Chavez. We cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about the progress of our own communities. Our ambitions must be broad enough to include the aspirations and the needs of others for their sakes and for our own.